Okay. Hey everyone, my name is Ria Garg and I welcome you all to the India's only cybersecurity news portal, the Hackers Talk. So, as you all know, we are in lockdown and the only medium that we have with us is smartphone and internet to connect with each other. So, today we will discuss some security aspects of the technology. I would like to welcome our guest, Mr. Anshul Pandey, who is the CEO of UNAC Technologies. It's a cybersecurity company. Welcome, sir. Without wasting much time, I would like to start with the questions. Are you ready?
Yes, ma'am. Thank you so much for your warm welcome.
It's a pleasure. Anshul, the applications which we are using these days to connect with each other for the video calls, for the screen sharing, for the professional purposes, the official works like Zoom, WebEx, Hangouts, are these applications really safe? What's your call on that?
Okay, that's really a good question, ma'am. So coming to the part of this COVID-19 lockdown, so here this all these applications, uh, all these applications got downloaded with a great number. So coming to the part of the security point of view in these applications, so like certain and each and every cybersecurity firm has released its article that Zoom and all of these platforms are not that secure because all these platforms go with a video kind of thing, and all these videos are stored into certain servers which can be there at certain locations. That can be here in India, or maybe that can be there in China, or maybe in certain locations. So coming to the part of this security of this, so it's absolutely not 100% secure, which we can say it's around 10 to 15% secure. So for understanding the entire point of view of all of those things, we need to understand the security aspect of all of those technology which we are using. And if we are 100% comfortable in understanding those technology, then we can say that we are at least 40 to 50% secure.
All right, that's great to hear from you. But like you said, that they are just 10 to 15% secure. Can you tell us how can we make things secure and still use these applications? Because of course we cannot get rid of these just in a time. So how can we still use the softwares and keep our data safe from it?
So that's a very good question which you asked, ma'am. So coming to the part of security, first of all, we need to understand the passwords which we are using. So each and every time, whenever we are using certain applications, so we use certain default passwords. So that is absolutely not good. What happened? We need to understand the best passwords which is possible with this application or maybe certain softwares. So after the passwords, so coming to the Zoom part, so if you're using a Zoom, there is a number of features which Zoom has given, that you need to lock meeting, you need to whenever you are sending certain link to someone, make sure they get connected on that part. They don't that link doesn't hold a time period of more than 40 to 50 minutes. So whenever you are sending a link, just send that link at that time whenever you want to conduct that meeting. And each and everything come up with this technology, that whenever you are doing this entire thing and whenever you are creating the entire thing, make sure that you hold the two-factor authentications. And one thing which you always keep in mind, that please don't ever record this entire thing into the servers of the application of the software which you're using, because each and everything whatever you are recording into the server, let's say for example, if you're dealing with the Zoom applications, and if you're recording these things into the Zoom server, so what will happen, it will get stored into the Zoom server which is there in China. So it means, and we have seen the entire thing, that all these things are available online into some of the websites and darknet, that they are publishing this entire credentials, and after that the entire videos where which include the personal videos, personal conversation, whatever we are doing in a Zoom in a various platforms.
All right. Anshul, may I know, like, since we are already in lockdown, and do you see some opportunities coming up in cybersecurity in such a situation as well?
Absolutely, this is the best time where you think about cybersecurity. So one thing which has created a huge buzz, that is coronavirus. So the virus which we can say is the biological virus, which has created a huge buzz, because if we are a human, we need to understand certain virus which can destroy the, which can create a problem with the entire humans. But we are dealing with the technology. If we are dealing with the technology, we need to understand one thing, that is security. And security is the only thing which we need to understand. Maybe 10 years down the line, we were not aware about the CCTV cameras which we are using nowadays. We were not aware about the fingerprinting or the entire thing about those technology, but we started using because we find that is something which is very important. So if we are dealing with the technology, if we are dealing with the monetary, finance and technology, if we are dealing with the entire data in the technology, we need to understand that is security. So maybe in the future there will be one virus which can create a huge problem in the entire technology, and for that reason there will be only one person who will cure this entire technology, who will act as a doctor in this technology, that will be cybersecurity professional. So absolutely, if you are dealing with a technology, that can be a software, that can be a web, that can be application, that can be anything, you need to understand the security point of view of all of those things. And right now, coming to facts and figures. So even economy times, and there's a multiple organizations who has published the data that in India only, or maybe in a global time, there was an increase of 300% in cybersecurity cases in this lockdown period. Why? Because right now each and every hackers are active in various platforms, and they are trying to hack into various technologies to get the data, to get the monetary value, and to hold with that software and in that in the web domain as well.
All right. So, Anshin, one question that I have over this point is like all the companies are already using such software. So, like you told us that it's not safe. We should, cut off on certain things. So, can you please suggest some security measures that a company could, opt for so that their data is safe, they can deal with the things in a safer manner?
Sure. So right now, just try to understand. We are in a lockdown, right? We are there in a lockdown, and each and every company is going with a work from home kind of thing. When it's come to the security of the office, so we have a firewall, we have VPN, we have entire infrastructure where we can say that we are entire secure. But coming to the part of the work from home culture, we just use our internet, that is our router and everything. So there is like 2% of a company, that is MNCs, who is using VPN in a work from home as well. So first thing which we need to understand, that we need to create a security system for the entire technology which we are using. So if we are using a laptop, either from home, either from any place, we need to cover a security layer on all of those things. And the first thing which we need to understand, if opportunities, the one thing which we need to understand is that a technology can be secure, but what about humans? Are they aware about the secure technology? When I say that I'm sending one link and you just need to click that link, absolutely will click, because you are thinking that link is sent from my side. But that is the place where companies cannot do anything. So first thing where we need to understand that how we can understand the security aspect of each and every one. If we can understand the security aspect of anything, it can be possible that companies can get secure. Yep.
Sure. So, like you told us that whenever there is some link that pops up into our phone, we just quickly open it up without bothering about whether it is secure or not. So, considering the people who are not that aware of technology, be it our parents or the people with older age group, so how can they deal with these security measures? Because once they start using their Android phones or WhatsApp or any other app which they are using, So how can they take care of certain security features?
Absolutely. So first thing, here comes a role of a government. So right now you can see that because of the COVID-19, government has given one notice that each and every people needs to go with a hygiene. So right now, maybe before 1 month, we were not knowing about the sanitizer, right? We were not. I mean, we don't know what is sanitizer. We just don't know that when should we wash our hand, or what are things which we need to do. So first thing, when we got an Android phone, nobody have ever taught us that how to use this Android. So that is a role where a young people need to understand that whenever you are giving a mobile phone to your old age parents, or maybe your friends, or maybe your colleague sister, you just tell him that what the security measures which you need to follow while using this phone. You not to click on that any anonymous link. You not to attend a call of people of these domains. I mean, we need to give a basic cyber hygiene training. So at least if people can understand the basic cyber hygiene thing, then they can do wonders with that smartphone. So right now, the best thing which we have is a technology, and the worst thing which we have is a technology. We need to understand that what is the best for us and what the worst for us.
So, Anshul, also you told us about this term called cyber hygiene. Like you said, I believe self awareness is also something which is very important in order to follow these measures. So, like you mentioned, cyber hygiene. Can you please elaborate a bit over that so that our viewers could know have a better view over that?
Cool. So cyber hygiene is a broad term. So each and every aspect have a cyber hygiene. When it's come to the web part, there is a one term of web cyber hygiene. When it's come to Android part, there is a one term that is Android cyber hygiene. So when it's come to the web part, we need to understand that if a website if a website doesn't hold HTTPS security, HTTPS protocol. Sorry, if a website doesn't hold HTTPS protocol, we should not open that website. We should not do any transaction in that website. And there's a number of things which is there, So maybe I'll publish an article on this. So after this, same things come to Android, that we should not download any of a application directly from a web. We just need to do the entire thing. Whenever we want to download application, we should go to the Play Store, and whenever we are downloading application, we make sure that each and everything. Just take example of Ola if we are using. So whatever the permissions which Ola is giving, whatever the permission which is important to the Ola, we just give those permission. It doesn't give all of those permission which is absolutely not required. And we just need to understand which is the app which is required to us. We only download those apps. We doesn't download all of those apps which doesn't hold any value to our system or maybe our mobile phone, because there may be possibility that someone has created spyware and they used to spy on your system just with that application. Same with the system as well, that we don't go with the entire thing in the system that we used to, like each and every day, like you can say that, people who's giving a application or maybe certain software, and what you used to do, you just used to click on that, and that's the reason, so there's a number of companies in which ransomware came in this picture, that someone who has clicked on a certain software and the ransomware attack which happened. So see, the problem is the humans, So the first thing, which is absolutely absolutely not at all possible, that if you're not doing any kind of thing in your system, any malicious activities in your system, there's less chances of any cyber attack or cyber fraud in your own system or maybe in your own gadgets. So one thing we need to understand, that is cyber hygiene. And after that, if and one thing which happened in Iran as well, that is Stuxnet part. So because of that, the people started believing that the future of war can be a cyber war, just because of this thing, that people are not aware that how they are using it.
Yeah, that's very much right. So, Anshul, one last question. Maybe we'll wrap up after this. So, the question is for the security issues that we are facing already, and at this time when world is in the utmost risk of cybercrime. what are the alternatives? I mean, are there any alternative apps which we can use instead of Zoom and WebEx, which are lesser secure? Can we use anything alternative app compared to that? And also, how can a cyber security company help out the other companies to get rid of cybercrime?
Absolutely. One thing, first of all, I'm giving you answer of first question which you asked, that which application can we use instead of a Zoom application. So absolutely, you can go with the Hangout. Either you can go with the you can go with the Hangout. Either you can use the Cisco softwares. I mean, these are the major player who is providing a WebEx in this domain. But Zoom is Zoom is something which has created a use well because it doesn't provide end-to-end encryption. So that's the reason I don't prefer Zoom using with instead of Hangout and everything, because that is also which is the best one coming to Hangout or all of those options. And I'm coming to your second question which you asked. See, so right now when it's come to the basic cyber fraud, so you must be getting a call from various domains. That is, so you are getting a call from various people and they were asking money from you, right? So we don't know where should we go and report of these things. So there is a number of portal which is available. There is a huge, so like the hackers talk. I just love it the way you guys are working on that. So there is a portal. There is one thing which is there, that is the incident report. So people can come over there and they can report about the basic incidents which they are facing in nowadays and whatever. So I'm working the hackers talk for providing the information about the incident part, and so we will help you on the incident part. And coming to the major players, that is the companies, when they are facing the cyber attack or any type of incident, they can directly come to a cyber security company and they can discuss about the problem which they have faced, and we can help you on the tracking of all of those things. And this is this has one term, that is cyber forensics. So if they are getting any attack or something, so we try to help them that from where this attack came and all of those things. And one thing which we need to understand in the entire technology, that is VAPT, vulnerability assessment and penetration testing. For the technology we have a compliance, for the company we have a compliance, but when it's come to the web domain, when it's come to Android domain, when it's come to the iOS domains, each and everything has a VAPT, that is vulnerability assessment and penetration testing. They used to go with the VAPT part each and every 6 months, so that they get assured that they are not getting any type of vulnerability. They doesn't hold any type of vulnerability in that domain. So the problem about today's technology is that each and every technology is done with all these technology is coded with a simple coder who doesn't understand the security layers. What are the security remedies which they need to follow while coding this entire technology? And that is something which comes under VAPT. So that is the one thing which we need to understand, and that's the reason we exist. We provide VAPT part, vulnerability assessment and penetration testing, and this comes under services domain, where people can come to us and we will give them each and every security layers, that what are security measures which you need to follow for the patching of entire.
All right, Mr. Anshul. So that was a great informative session with you. I hope all our viewers got answers to most of their queries related to cybercrime, and I believe all the companies would be able to deal with it in a better manner now. So yeah, that's all from my end, and I believe the portal that you have, that is the Hackers Talk, is also there to support people in order to report cybercrime. So people can come there and report, I think, right? Yeah. So I request all my viewers to please, if you find any source of cybercrime, anything that you find vulnerable, or anything that you want to, get help with, so I would request you to please feel free to report it on the portal called the Hackers Talk. Thanks for listening.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you so much.